I'm Chris, you're watching FRAG-MENTAL, thank you for joining me. Lockdown 3 can definitely have one of those. And to cheer myself up, I thought I'd talk to you about a fragrance from Teo Cabanel that has instantly jumped into my all-time favourite fragrances. I love this one, it can definitely have one of those. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. The fragrance I'm talking about today is called Ooh La La. This was released towards the end of 2019 and it's one of 3 new fragrances in a line from Teo Cabanel called Les Expressions Parfumées. And yes, I have been watching Robes 08 videos to brush up on my French pronunciation. So this is part of a new, cheaper range of fragrances, which is termed as eco-responsible. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Teo Cabanel sent me the 3 samples of these new fragrances. I told them that Ooh La La was by far my favourite and they very kindly sent me a bottle. The fantastic nose behind this fragrance is Patrice Revelade. The notes are hazelnut, saffron, orris, tobacco, sandalwood, tonka bean and white musk. This one opens with a lovely, rich, quite strong woody accord mingled in with some hazelnuts. And I do have to say that sometimes when I see hazelnut listed in a fragrance, I'm a little bit wary. I can sometimes find it a bit sickly. And I think I just have some association from when I was younger that I had some kind of creamy hazelnut whip type of chocolate that I remember finding quite sickly. But I'm happy to say it's definitely not a sickly, creamy hazelnut in this fragrance at all. It's this slightly gourmand, assertive, nutty, punchy type of smell, which is quite attention grabbing actually in a very pleasing, mass appealing kind of way. So, opens really strong, beautiful opening, and you're quite quickly into this stunning orris, which here is this lipsticky, powdery iris along the lines of how the iris is done in the Dior Homme line. I'd say that even though it's as strong as the iris in those fragrances, I don't think it's quite as prominent because there's a lot of other very strong accords around the iris, so perhaps comes off as a little bit less metrosexual than Dior Homme, probably even more masculine I would say than those fragrances. I do want to talk about the tobacco in here as well because this is a very rich woody fragrance full of depth, and I think it's the tobacco that's giving me this rich woody depth. It's not this kind of sweet cherry tobacco like you might find in say Naxos or Mugler's Pure Havane, but this is not a heavy fragrance overall because I feel like the iris is really giving some lift, and then you've got the creamy sandalwood and the sweetness of the tonka bean which just round things out beautifully. As it dries down further, the richness of the woods and the floral nature of the iris just seem to blend and merge into the sandalwood, so you end wearing this fragrance with this gorgeous, sweet, creamy, woody scent. The fantastic iris and the rich woody notes, they're still there, but they just seem to blend a little more into the background. Overall, this is a fun, sexy, exciting fragrance. It's very refined, very well put together, smells fantastic quality, and it's a very accessible niche fragrance. So even if you are more used to wearing designer fragrances, I think you could easily enjoy this and wear it. It really does hit the bullseye for me. Performance is great as well, so I get a good 2 to 3 hours projection, and throughout the life of wearing the fragrance I'm getting wafts, which to me is always the sign of good performance, and then it's going to last around 8 hours, so I'm really pleased with the performance that I get out of this one. And it's quite versatile actually. I think you could easily have this as a daily scent, or it would work really well as a date scent or a formal occasion scent, so great versatility, and it's cheaper than Teo Cabanel's usual fragrance prices because you can pick the 30ml up for just 53 euros, or this 100ml bottle is 105 euros. So I really like that. Again, in terms of the price, it's more accessible, more affordable to a lot of people. I just want to talk a little more about this eco-responsible approach, which personally I think is just the icing on the cake for what is already a fantastic fragrance. Teo Cabanel call this fragrance line clean inside and out. So the cap is made of an eco-responsible bioresin. The clear glass is easily recyclable. It uses organic wheat alcohol. The label is made from wood waste using green energy, and then even the outer packaging is eco-responsible too, because it uses vegetable-based inks for non-toxic printing, and biodegradable compostable cellophane, biodegradable recyclable foam, cardboard made in France with 91% of recycled fibers, glue from vegetable origin. So there's loads of eco-responsible stuff going on here. If you want to learn more about all this, then do go onto the website and read in a bit more detail, but I think it's fantastic and I would love to see more and more companies taking this eco-responsible approach. This is just such a great fragrance. I've been wearing it a lot. I think I'm maybe a little bit addicted. If you like tobacco, if you like sweet sandalwood fragrances, if you like the type of iris from the Dior line, then I'm pretty sure that you'll love this one too. So that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed my presentation of this little fragrance that I'm very excited about. I seriously love making these videos and to give you these recommendations of fragrances that I try and really love, because I want you guys to be able to love them as well. So let me know if you've tried this fragrance. I think perhaps a few of you out there have tried it. One thing actually that I did forget to say, which I think is great about this, when you buy it, it comes with a sample, so you can try the fragrance from the sample, and if it's not for you, if you don't like it, if it's a blind buy and you don't like it, you can send the fragrance back. I think that's a really good thing. So let me know, have you tried Ooh La La? Have you tried any others from this new line? I think it's great that they're more affordable, so hopefully quite a few more people out there can experience Teo Cabanel. All right. That's it from me. I've gone on long enough. Thank you very much for watching. It's always appreciated. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next one.